Hello, welcome back to my channel here at Holly's Hobbies Crafts. I am going to make some freshies today. I've already got some poured in here. These are some beads that I had already colored, and they were already scented, and I just kind of put them in because I just wanted to use the beads because there was only a few of each, and I couldn't really make a big freshie with it, so I'm making me some smaller ones, and I may do these at a discounted price if I plan to sell them. If you would like one that's kind of multi-scented and multicolored, leave me a comment about that because I'm kind of trying to decide if this is something that I should do or shouldn't. Excuse me. I did use fragrances that kind of complemented each other, so like there's like cherry and vanilla together and stuff like that. So I didn't go like too crazy with anything out there, so I didn't use like a musk and an apple or cinnamon or something like that that would have been overpowering. I used just some kind of lighter fragrances together. So today I'm actually going to make a freshie, and I'm going to have you walk through it with me. So first, you're going to walk over here with me. Ignore my craft room because it is nowhere near set up yet. So, put this where it needs to go. This is my toaster oven that I use, and this was a $20 one at Walmart. So, I'm going to turn this to bake, and then to 300. And then I just turn that on I turn it on to 20 because I use my phone to set a timer. What I'll probably do is I will just watch my clock on my computer, which is also here because I work from home. And so, yeah, I will do that and set it up that way. So, to let you see what I'm doing here, I have my stuff here that I need. Just a moment to move the thing here. Okay, so here's my setup right here. Like I said, I'd already poured a few of my beads into the vent clip, the medium vent clip size, or well, I'll call these large vent clips or small freshies. So there's those. This is the mold. If you can see my finger right here. Yep, there we go. That I'm going to be using today. So it is a piggy, a little pink, well, the pig. So it is this little piggy with a bow in its hair. And there's you can see what these molds are. That is a cow with a bow with a tag, and that is a Holland cow. So let's get started. I'm going to sit you up here while I work for a minute. So the beads that I'm using are some that I got in a package. They are honeysuckle, and these are the ones that I have the most of, so I thought, well, I'll use it to see how it works. I've got me a measuring cup here just because it's easier to pour it that way. So I'm going to pour some beads in here and see how many it's going to take for this, because I'm going to have to mix mica with it. When I think of a piggy, I think kind of pink, so I went with the pinkish color of mica, and I'm probably going to go with like I don't know, I'm thinking of using like an aqua color headband, or I might go with purple. I might go with like a bright purple. Just because I kind of like that idea. So, I'll see. Let me pour these in here. Let's see how many that does here. Oh, I'm going to need more. I get them in here. I do need one more thing. No, I don't, because I'm going to use the eye hooks. So, yeah, a lot of people will use, like, nails or whatever in there to make the holes for their string to go through. And I started off doing that. I was using screws. Now, I have bought these at Walmart. And this pack, and there's like 14 in here. This pack was only like 97 cents. So, use those. I need more beads. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So, let me just show you what I've done here. That is how full I've got it. So, that is going to my amount of beads that I'm doing for my piggy. Okay, so now I've got to get my mica in here. I need to get something to stir it with, so there's that. If you find a good sale on beads or paint or anything like that, please let me know, because I'm trying to keep an eye out for what I'm ready to buy. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to take my mica and I first got to open this. I've got my toaster oven preheating. It doesn't even look like it's turned on. Give me 2 seconds. It's on. It just didn't feel like it, or it didn't look like it. It wasn't lighting up or anything, but it's on. Okay, so I'm going to take the mica powder, and I'm just going to dust a little bit of this in here until I get it kind of consistent with the color that I would think a pig would be, so that I can stir it up really good and we can have our piggy. And these are also a little bit opalescent, I guess is what you would call that. So they're kind of shiny. They're really pretty. I like these micas, and I ordered them off Temu, or however you want to pronounce that. So now a little bit of mica usually goes a long way. This stuff is pretty potent, and you don't want to get too much in here, or else when you bake it, your beads will start not sticking together. So, let me show you exactly the amount that I used here. Very little right there. I'm going to stir it, and then we'll see if we need to add more to it. So, stir, 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 stir. And as you can see, they're not getting very dark pink. They're very, very light pink still, so I'm probably going to put a little bit more mica in with it. Let me adjust this color on the mica. And I'm just using a cheap paintbrush to stir this with, because it was what was in here and available to me at the moment. I hope to get some stir sticks and stuff here pretty soon that I can use that won't break the bank. Okay, now I added about the same amount more, just because I do want it a little bit pinker. A little bit more pink. There we go. There, that's a nice pink color. Okay. And if your hands don't have mica on them by the end of the day, you're not doing something right. I've just discovered that because I am covered in mica whenever. There you go. There's my pig pink color. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in and see how this goes. Whoops. Where did that go? I see it. Now I've just got to get to it. Just don't want to have a stray bead rolling around in my thingy. So I'm just going to kind of use my paintbrush here to, because this is a big mold. So it's one that I can kind of use this to spread out a little bit. Okay, So let me show you what this looks like before it goes in the oven. There's some mica in the bottom of this that I'll have to clean out. So here's this before it goes in the oven. And there's the other ones that are going to go in too. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven. And I'm going to set my timer for like 8 minutes because I've got it set at 300 degrees. And then I'm going to check these things. They may or may not be done at that point. So we may have to, at that point, add a couple minutes. So I'll be back with you once these are, or once I check them and see if I need to add time or not. So I just checked on them because the timer just went off and they are not done yet. So I'm going to add about 2 minutes onto it and I will be checking them again. So, and this is just kind of the way that we do things, is we trial and error it. So this will mean that it's been in there for 10 minutes total at 300 degrees, which is pretty normal. So I will come back when that is done. Okay, so this freshie that I've got here that I'm working with while I'm waiting for this to ding, I will go ahead and show you this. This is not one that I made, but I did paint it because it just came for free with one of my orders, and I'm not from Texas. I am from Kentucky, actually. So I thought, I'll decorate it and see, just get some practice in. So what I'm doing is I've put the eye screw in, and I've put the elastic on it. Give me just a second. Okay, so they're not completely done. I gotta give it another minute or two. And then when I pulled it out of there, I burnt my finger. So you gotta be careful with this. So now I am waiting for it to be done again. Because I messed it up just a little bit and I had to push them back in there and push the beads down a little. So it's gonna be another about 2 minutes. Okay, back to what I was showing you on here. So I got this as a hair threading kit, like when I wear extensions sometimes, and this is how I put my extensions in. Well, it works perfectly for the beads. So I've got my silicone bubblegum bead here. I'm going to thread my thread through there, and then pull the bead up until everything is kind of tight there, and I pull my threader through it, and then my bead's on there. Easy. Then I tie a knot. Maybe, if I can get my fingers to cooperate, I tie a knot. There you go. Now, tie a knot in this end. And then, this can now go over your rearview mirror. And I will probably do this one as a giveaway or a raffle or something, just because it was given to me. I'm not from Texas, so I'm not probably going to hang it up in my vehicle, although I would be proud to hang this in my vehicle because it is very pretty. Let me go check these now. Just showing you that's what it looks like in this baggie. Like I said, this will probably be for like a giveaway or something, so I'm just going to keep it over here to the side. But I just wanted to kind of show you how I'm doing these days. I will say the honeysuckle pig smells really good, so we're going to see how that goes. I am going to go ahead and take my beads back over here where they go on my shelf and put my measuring cup back over there. Just kind of trying to do some housekeeping as I go. So I'll be back. Okay, so this one is one that I was able to pull out earlier than the other ones because it's a little bit thinner. And so it's pretty cool to the touch. And I'm going to insert my eye hook. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to color it, probably with my markers, or I may get my paints over here and use my paintbrush. I'm not entirely sure yet. So I'm going to put my eye hook in though, because it's easy. It's better to do that when it's a little bit warm. And yeah, so let's do that. Now these eye hooks are a little bit tricky, and part of that is just because I think the nature of them. You gotta apply pressure when you are putting it in there. And now you can heat it with a lighter and make it go in easier, which is what I think I may have to do here. These might have had just a little too much mica powder because they're wanting to bend a little bit. So I'm going to stick this back in the oven while it's hot just for a few minutes and see if I can get some of these to bake down a little bit. So what I'm really just trying to do on that is to give it just a minute in the heat, which I turned down to 200, just to get the beads a little bit more baked. So we're going to see what it does. Okay, so I think that the gray beads that I had, whatever scent those were, it might have been my vanilla cherry. Anyway, they had just slightly too much mica in them. And so that one is kind of disassembling itself. It's falling apart a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually redo part of it. The part that has not fallen apart is like the main front of it. So I'm going to add some other beads in with it and stir them up real good and maybe get some of that mica off. And that one will be an updated one that I'll share later, because I'm going to have to work on it a little bit. So, but I can fix it. It's just that it's going to take me some time. So I wanted to show you the other two, and I will have a video of me decorating these here in just a little bit. So here's the Highland Cow one that's the multicolor that I'm going to decorate. And here's my piggy. And you can see where the indents are for like the hair bow and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a process. I'm gonna have to figure out how to decorate it here in a few minutes. So what I was gonna do now is just insert the eye screws, and then I will be able to set them aside to cool off the rest of the way, and then I can decorate them here in just a little bit. Whoop. Now these eye screws, you gotta apply pressure when you're putting them in there. And it's best if you can insert them when the freshie itself is still slightly warm. And that is just because it goes in so much easier. Okay, so there's that one. Top of the piggy's head there. It's going to get put to the side over here. And if this thing falls apart, then this is one that I will have to redo as well, because it also has some of those silver beads in it. Yeah, okay. It does. It's falling apart as well. So what I'm going to do is scratch that one for now too. I'm going to work on these because they've got too much mica in them, and they're just going to continue to fall apart. So I'm going to put this over here to the side with my other one, and I'm going to mix up some more beads for it, and we're going to see how that works. So I will update later on that. Thank you for watching for now. I will come back in with another video of me decorating this one, and hopefully my 2 cows I can fix and I will be able to decorate them as well. So we're going to see what happens. But thank you for watching, and if you have any comments or anything, like, share, subscribe, comment on the bottom of the photo or the video, and if you wish to send me an order or if you wish to send me an email about anything, just email me. It is hollyshobbys1@gmail.com. And then also I've got a Facebook page, and you can message me on there. I'm under Holly Lockhart Kid on my Facebook, but the website itself, or the Facebook page for my business, is Holly's Hobbied, and it's IED, because when I was setting it up, Facebook was being very persnickety about Holly's Hobbies. So just if you need anything, if you are interested in anything, if you have any tips, suggestions, anything that you feel like would be something that I need to hear, email me or comment. Thank you.